Hey guys, it is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you are not subscribed, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. In the description box, you will see the link to my second channel. Over there, I am cooking, doing makeup, doing nails, all kind of girly stuff. I'm doing reviews, beauty reviews, all kind of reviews. I'm reviewing whatever I feel like reviewing over there. I'm also doing DIYs. I'm also doing online shopping, Amazon unboxing, Amazon shopping, family vlogs. I'm telling y'all, you name it, I'm over there doing it. It's my life and I'm just sharing it. Alright guys, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, yeah, I really don't have to look at my notes for this one, but I will because I want to make sure I say certain things. Yeah. This is a video that has been a long time coming. I have asked God a million times if I could do this video. But you know, everything is about God's timing. All about God's timing. And he said, it's time. So I want to talk about the title of this video, I didn't choose this life. And I'm just being straight up and honest, you know, like I always am on my platform. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about how, of course, you know, I've shared with you guys how I was, you know, brought up in the church, 5 years old. You know, I was 5 years old when my mom gave her life to Christ. You know, so 5 years old, from 5 on to now, you know, born and raised in the church. And, you know, growing up as a kid, you know, you learn things, you hear things, you know, however, you know. Sometimes I find myself thinking about being chosen by God. The life that God had planned for me and chose for me. When I say I didn't choose this life, I mean, if it was up to me, I would have, in all honesty, I would have chosen a different life. I would be doing that video. Actually, you know, I'm going to be doing that video next. I'm going to talk about, now when I talk about I didn't choose this life. And then the next video will be the life that I would have chosen for myself, you know. What I mean when I say that, you know, the life that I chose, the life that I say I wanted to live, you know, how I pictured my life to be. And this particular video is about the life that God chose for me. So, yeah. Anytime, and I'm sure you have heard it a million times, anytime, you know, that you're chosen by God, you know, you go through so much. You do. Let me just keep it here. Let me just, you know, me. With me being chosen by God, I have gone through so much. And not only what I'm going through now, you know, here on my spiritual journey platform, you know, where I'm sharing with you guys about my cancer journey that I'm on now. But yeah, I didn't choose this life, and I'm just being honest. You know, growing up, going to church and everything, you know, I thought I was just going to be a regular kid, living a regular life, you know. But I didn't know at the age of 5 and 6 years old, I would be having dreams about things that would happen the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, you know, in the future. I had no idea that that would be happening. When I would dream things and have visions, and then they would come, you know, they would happen, I just thought, oh, deja vu, I dreamed that before. Oh, I dreamed that. That's just, you know, what I would say. Oh, I dreamed that. Oh, I dreamed that. Or I would be like, oh, I dreamed that would happen. You know, and growing up in the church, you know, learning about the Bible and learning about prophetic, the prophetic gift, and all the gifts and all of that. It helped me understand. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, okay, because we all have heard people say they've dreamed things and it has happened, So I thought it was just, something normal. I'm dreaming something, it happens. I dream my teacher is not coming to school that day. The next day I go to school, my teacher's absent. Like, I dreamed that, I fell down and hurt my leg. And then the next week I fell down and hurt my leg. Like, I just thought it was normal. I was like, everybody dreams something. Everybody dreams something that happens. So that's just what I thought it was. But as I grew closer to God and learned about the word and learned about the gifts and everything like that, I then realized that I have the prophetic gift. And I was like, oh, okay. Once I understood, I think I was somewhere around that 13, 14 age where I really settled down enough to be like, okay, hey, I would dream things and I was like, wait, hold on, wait. And then when I would learn in church about it, then I was like, oh. And then I would pay attention to my dreams more, read my word more, just, got closer to God. Because I was like, wow, I would like to work on my gift. I would like God to help me craft my gift and do better and help my gift get stronger and help me get better, at things and interpreting my dreams. I had to go through that too, learning how God had to teach me how to interpret my dreams, because we all have heard all kinds of things about dreams, about, oh, this means this means that. I can think of a million different things I grew up hearing as a child, what people said dreams meant, but I had to go to God to learn how to interpret my dreams. God had to teach me what my dreams meant. So by saying that, once I realized, the gift that I had, that God had given me, I was like, okay. And then when I learned that, being called and having a gift, that it ain't gonna always be peaches and roses and sunny days and all of that. So once I learned that, I was like, great. That explains my life, why things have happened, and why I've gone through this and I've gone through this and I've gone through that and I've gone through that, It made me realize, that I was like, great, okay, so I'm called. Once I talked to God and He let me know that, and the things that, I had to give up and the things I had to stop doing. I'm talking, reaching that point where I was really ready to fully commit myself to God. Not being a little kid still doing, not really, committing myself to God, But at 13, when I gave my life to Christ and I said, I'm going to make this commitment to God. At that age, I was 13 years old. I fully understood, so that's when I decided to when I made that fully made that commitment, I was like, okay. And then I started learning more about being called and, being called, how you're going to go through and life ain't going to be easy. Ain't nobody life easy, but I'm just saying, those who are called, like, we tend to go through more. And I believe the reason why we go through so much more, it's to sharpen our gift, to sharpen our craft and the gift that God gives us to, help keep that gift strong and keep it active. And, it's like taking it to another level, every time we go through something, it's like God is sharpening the craft, making it better and better and better and better. And, honestly, when I think about this and, like I said, I've asked God a million times, can I do this video? Can I do this video? I'm just being honest. There are some days, where I'm like, I didn't choose this life. God chose this life for me. Some days I feel like that, like I didn't choose this. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, God, I didn't choose this. I didn't choose this. I don't want to do this. I'm tired of this. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be up 3 o'clock in the morning, God waking me up out of a deep sleep to talk to me. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. And then there are times when God wakes me up 2, 3 o'clock at night and I'm up all night to the next morning It's like that sometimes. Those of you who are called understand what I'm saying. You know, it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. I'm not sugarcoating it at all. It is a sacrifice. It's tiring. You know, even as leaders and pastors and bishops and, prophets and evangelists, and, anytime you're called into that called by God, it's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot, because you got to humble yourself to God. You got to do what God wants you to do, say what God wants you to say, fully submit yourself to God, all of that. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's easier than others, where I've matured in certain areas, so it becomes easier. But in some areas where He's still working with me on, gets a little difficult, In some mornings I do. Some mornings I wake up and I just say, I don't want to no more. I'm tired, God. And then that lasts for about 5 seconds. And then I'd be like, okay, I can't even imagine my life without God. Don't even want to. And, that's just how it is, Sometimes I say, God, when I'm talking to God and, things are happening. And I say, God, I didn't choose this. You chose this for me. I didn't choose this life. I didn't choose this. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. I talk to God. I do. You can talk to God. I just talk to God just real 100%. God, I ain't choose this life. Especially when I get tired and frustrated. I'm like, I did not choose this. But then when I think about it, I did choose it. When I chose to submit myself to Christ, when I chose to submit my gift to God and submit myself to Him and my life to Him, I did choose it. I did choose it. God gives us a choice. He don't force us. He don't make us. So I realized that I did choose it. I did choose this life. I did. I don't regret it. Like I said, some days are better than others. Sometimes I get tired and want to just walk away, but God gives me that strength to keep going. He gives me that strength to keep going. I'm telling you I'm doing a lot better than I was about 5 years ago. I'm doing a lot better. Maybe it's been a little longer than that. About 7, almost 7, 8. I'm saying where now it's like I don't want to walk away every day. I mean, it was the point where I was ready to walk away every day. But now it's like I don't want to walk away every day. I now it's every blue moon, maybe once every 6 or 7 months. But I thank God for the growth. And that's what's important, And like I said, as God was talking to me about it, I realized that I did choose it. I did choose it. God ain't gonna force you. God ain't gonna force you to do nothing. He wants you to willingly, willingly humble yourself and do what He's called you to do. We are all placed here to do God's work. So it's my belief. That's what I believe. So let me see what else I wrote. I didn't choose to be tired, judged, pressured, up all night. Yeah. Some notes that I wrote down. But like I said, I did choose, and I do not regret my choice. So, alright guys, in the next video, I will be sharing with you guys the life that I chose for myself. Well, how I thought my life would be, how my life would plan out. So, alright guys, this is Arika Misha. Don't forget to go in the description box, click on that link to my second channel. I appreciate your time, you watching and subscribing and following me. I appreciate everything that you guys do to help my ministry out. I do appreciate it. And don't forget guys, knowledge is power. Thanks guys.